I guess we start off with good morning, good afternoon, good night, and welcome back to another episode of the Heart podcast. This is episode number 49. Seems like a wild ride so far. Ups, downs, ins and outs, time off, time on. Not really knowing exactly what I want to do, but it's been a joy thus far. On my honeymoon right now. We are in Jamaica, the beautiful Montego Bay. We're in Trelanka, something like that, at a resort called Ocean Eden Bay. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's been above our expectations. We were originally going to Mexico, turned into a little bit of a shit show, I was in a car accident, obviously everyone knows that. Caused me from being able to fly out to Mexico in December because of the pressure I couldn't take in my head from the flight. Then shit went south in Mexico for a little while, and it's not that like everyone always talks, like you always hear these people talk like, no, it's the other side of Mexico, it's not a big deal. It's like, yeah, you're still going to a country that their main mafia, mob, cartel, whatever you want to call them, is currently being taken over by the police, or trying to, and shit's going a little fucking south, and I want nothing to do with it. Okay, people are like, oh, you're 3 hours away. It's like, okay, let's just say, for instance, where I'm from, let's just put me as London, Ontario. Okay, now you're wanting to drive to Oshawa. You're gonna go away to a hockey tournament for a weekend. But they're lighting police cars on fire and threatening any airplane that takes off. They're going to shoot it down. Now, in my mind, I'm not going to still go drive to Barrie. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to, even though it could be a couple hours away from Oshawa still, or drive out to Midland or somewhere north. Still a 3 hour a window there of the one that's getting shit on. And I still have to come in an airplane and leave in an airplane. Now, I'm not telling you right now that I'm the news, okay? I do not know the facts. I read the headlines. I did skim read, but it didn't sound like a good time. A lot of people recommended Jamaica, and it was on our list of places that we wanted to see. Fix the soaking wet swim trunks right here. Places that we wanted to see. Drinking a Bob Marley right now with a pineapple on it. We are on day 6 of 7. So we leave tomorrow. And I gotta say, it's been a hell of a time. Getting away after years of like putting off the wedding and everyone having to deal with COVID, and you have to deal with not being able to see family members, or go to funerals, or go to birthdays, plan a wedding. It's just like, I don't know if everyone's just felt like a little under stress. If you just feel like you just haven't been able to do the things you want to do, and you just need that week to just shut off and reset. I definitely wanted that and needed that this week. So me and my wife spent most of the days sitting by the pool, and I have aggressive ADHD. So I did have a couple times where I was sitting there like, what are we doing here? I feel like I'm I'm not getting anything done that I'm supposed to get done, and it's making me feel like a bum, like a loser. Why am I not taking advantage of where I am? But it probably took 2 or 3 days of me sitting there realizing that laying down and doing nothing is what I needed. I don't know how many people need it, but just that shutdown of not needing to do a damn thing. Everyone just needs like a couple weeks in their life where there's nothing that they can do. You go to a location where you don't feel useless because there's nothing you can do right now. You don't have internet, or you don't have a meeting or a job to worry about. Just a place where you don't have an option other than to sit down and do nothing. Like, I'm starting to really understand. At a younger age, I didn't understand why people went and bought cottages. Like, why are you buying another? Just go rent one. Like, just like get away a couple weekends a year, go rent one, have fun with the family, fucking bon voyage. You don't have to worry about the place. Now I'm starting to realize it's a nice place to get away and just not do shit. Like, not do anything. Barbecue, play some backyard games. That's the most thought out thing you need to figure out. Okay, what are we eating? Does the plumbing work? What's the weather like? And that's it. No extracurriculars or whether or not you have kids. Like, I can't imagine if you're listening, you have kids, you just have some 27-year-old fucking adult just complaining about not having time, just needing some time away. I think everyone just gets through it differently, you know? I understand, like, you listen to the older adults or people with kids, and like, you just don't fucking know what it's like to be busy, and it's like, you know what, like, you chose to have kids, you chose to be busy, and maybe you didn't choose to have kids, but you have kids, you wouldn't change them for the world, so don't use it as something to compare us to one another. I make enough things to keep myself, some people are going to hate this, I feel like I keep myself just as busy, but I love the fact that I don't have to if I don't want to. When I'm like diving into podcasting and editing and promoting and trying to find new guests and stressed about what's the next episode going to be about, how are we going to get bigger, how are we going to grow, how are we going to improve, how are we going to get funnier, what are we going to do, are we going to do stand-up, are we going to travel to LA, do you want to move away, do you want to jump on a plane and go and take off and just dive into this thing full tilt? Now I understand that's not the same as taking care of a human life. Well aware, okay? What I'm trying to say is I feel like no one's going to take this the way I do. I feel like I put enough pressure on myself to succeed and be busy and do the things I want to do that I have my own shit that I need to escape from. Similar to a parent with a kid. Like, you need your time away from your kid as much as you might be the person that goes, I don't need time, I love my kid, my kid's the best kid in the world. Fuck off. Not all the time, they're not. And you definitely want to go away with a fucking loved one and just, holy shit, I have ADHD. Anyway, I'm in Jamaica. The weather has been pristine, 29, 30. Burnt my feet. Yep, literally was in a pool all day. Put sunscreen on my feet and stayed in the shade, and I burnt the tops of my feet. So clearly I was in the shade all day, unless there's just like this one guy who's running around all day with his watch out, calculating the UV. They had told him what the UV rating was. One day he's like, we're at 2. I'm like, what's high? He's like, it goes to 10. I'm like, oh shit, that's not terrible. And that day I burnt the top of my feet, so fuck this scale. All these Apple Watches telling you the UV is 2, and then I fucking look like I put my feet in a pizza oven. I don't know, if you're listening right now and you just crave that time away with your loved one or with a friend or by yourself, just fucking do it. And a lot of people I've heard over my life, like, getting away is too expensive or we're too busy. I don't know. This is like a full reset for me, and I'm going to do it twice a year, whether or not it's Jamaica or Dominican or Mexico or travel to Texas or Nashville or Los Angeles or Vegas. Like, just that time to leave your current atmosphere and just take that time off. Like, you can't worry about shit at home when you're not home. Can't worry about your regular life when you're not in your regular life. When you're meeting strangers, you can be whoever you want. I told 2 people this week I'm a podcaster. I sure as fuck don't do this full time. Yet. Bum, bum, bum. But no, like, I don't know. People just need to take more time in their lives to just chill out. If you're not healthy, if you're not feeling good, if you're not happy, the people around you ain't either. If they're stuck dealing with your fucking sappy ass, or you're angry, or you're fucking take 9 hours to want to do anything, you just, what is it called? Procrastinate. If you're not happy, if you feel like you're overworked, if you feel like you're underappreciated, get the fuck away for a week. Find a travel agent, book a trip, and 8-9 months in advance, And then you only have to pay for you don't have to pay for it until 30 days in advance, and you can come make payments whenever you want. If you're dying to get away and you think you can't afford it, how's $100 a paycheck? How's $50 a paycheck? And you don't have to worry about putting it into a savings account that you're going to pull out and be like, I want a new TV. I want new shoes. We should go out for dinner. I spend $675 a month on fast food. Yes, you were hearing that correct. In the month of January, I spent $900 on fast food. It's like $233 a week. No. $225 a week. About $225 a week. I'm on the road for work a lot, so I eat out breakfast. And that's an excuse. A fucking damn excuse. I have a thermos. I'm going to get one of those fucking little lunch pails you plug into the cigarette lighter and it keeps your food hot. Bring spaghetti. Bring chicken parm. You see me on the side of the highway mucking chicken parm? I live that life. Instead of me sitting on the fucking side of the highway eating a burger or a wrap or a sub, I've been addicted to Mr. Sub. I think it's underrated. Definitely getting Mr. Sub when I get back. But I'm just saying, like, you have a hard time thinking that you can afford shit, but you don't realize how much you spend your money on dumb, pointless, useless shit. A trip like this costs anywhere between, in Jamaica, to a 5-star, if you want to go to a 5-star, if you want a beautiful resort and you want to make it worth your money. Because in my mind, it's like, okay, I either spend $5,000 for the two of us to go away, or I spend $4,000 or $3,500 for us to go away and have a much lesser experience. Like, our beaches are stunning. The pools are amazing. We never went 15 minutes without a drink. There's always someone asking, what do you want to drink? Bring it to you. Literally, I will crave this food when I get back. The Italian was amazing. The steakhouse was amazing. I don't want to dive too much into Jamaica right now because I'm going to have a podcast with my wife tonight, and it'll be our first podcast together, so check that out. Fresh thoughts from the heart. Hearts. I always got to remember that she's on it. I won't forget that. But like I said, like, to save like over 12 months, okay, you do $100 a month, you've got $1,200. Pretty easy, right? 100 times 12 is 1,200. Now, depending on where you want to go, especially if you're just you, spend $100 a month for a year and a half, and away you go. I think it's worth it every single time. This is what I've been listening to all week. See how loud it is? I don't even know if you can hear it. But listening to some Jamaican music, then they put on the whitest shit. That sounds hilarious coming from the whitest person you've ever looked at. But like, you're surrounded by Jamaicans and people from the States. There's white, black, Chinese, Indian. Like, everyone's here. Everyone gets together. Everyone is fucking so kind and friendly when you're on vacation, right? Like, everyone just has a fucking goddamn hoot. They had a twerk competition in the pool yesterday. It was fucking wild. You know who wins? This pasty white chick from New Brunswick. Shook her ass. Like, I don't know if she strips. I heard she's a first grade teacher, which is fucking badass. I told my wife I wanted to go back to school. She smacked me in my sunburn. And I deserve that. But it was fucking wild. She's out there with all these black chicks with these huge asses. They're fucking throwing down. And I don't care what you say. We're here surrounded by a ton of black people from Jamaica, from the States, and no one fucking parties better than them. No one has a better time. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you think that sounds offsides. You go down there and I don't care what fucking song is on, they're fucking jamming. They're cranking the chorus. They have more rhythm in their fucking pinky finger than I have in my goddamn body. They're out there just fucking cruising, jamming, and they make the entire party so much better. 2 dinner shows this week. One I showed up to, bunch of Jamaicans, people from the States, mostly black people, and you go in there and they're fucking hyped. They're loud, they're amping it up, they're fucking jamming. Then the next dinner party I go to, it's 50 pasty white people. No one said a fucking word. No one sang along with the people that were trying to even sing along or got amped or swung around the Jamaican flags to get into the fucking party. It was absolute trash, okay? Bogus trash. That's what you get. That's what you get. When you hang it with the pasties, you get paste. 10 out of 10 would recommend a Bob Marley drink in Jamaica. This doesn't look right. I don't trust it. Haven't been sick. Haven't had diarrhea. You get a ton of bottled water. Red Stripe, Heineken. Their main liquor is like Jamaican liquor. Like it's just like Jamaican dark rum, Jamaican spice rum, Jamaican vodka, all this stuff. Then if you go up to the premium, you get like 8-year-old Bacardi Spice and 10-year-old Bacardi Spice, 12-year-old Scottish whiskey, and you get Fireball and Smirnoff vodka, Canadian Club, and I just always find it absolutely hilarious that you can pay an additional, I think it was like, if you got it from the very beginning, it was like $800 or something like that. For the whole week, you got like a butler and a private place to eat and a separate a la carte, and you could call them whenever you wanted. They made their reservations for you for restaurants that everyone else can't get reservations for. And their top fucking shelf liquors in most of the places is Canadian Club, Smirnoff vodka, and Di Serono. And I think I know why. Because that shit is not, like, it's good. It's what I'll drink that in Canada for sure. But the reason why people will pay $600 to drink that shit for a week is because it's what they're used to. So they can drink liquor that they're used to tasting. Now put this into fucking effect here. How often do you drink 18 2-6s a fucking week? Come on, ma'am. Just drink the frickin' Jamaican shit and get yourself 15 bottles when you get home. Even an 8-year-old Bacardi Spice is $40. 3 bottles is $120. You're getting like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 21, 27. I have no idea. You're getting a lot of 2-6s. You're about $50 a bottle. So 600. So you're getting 12. You're getting 12 2-6s of 8-year-old Bacardi Spiced when you get home. Or you can drink 15 glasses of rum and coke a day for 7 days. Let's do the math here. I don't know why I put myself on the pressure of doing math live on a podcast. If you're taking 15 drinks a day, 2 ounces a drink, that's 30 ounces a day. Alright, there's your 2-6, because half the time they underpour, half the time they overpour, so let's just max it at 2-6 a day. That's 7 2-6s. I may have convinced myself to spend the money. And it's absolutely wild. When you get here, they pull you aside this privilege club. Hilarious. Oh my god. I'm going to be live on a podcast with a fucking moose knuckle. What am I doing here? This privilege club, they go in, they tell you like for 450, like they sit down, they start drawing maps, they walk through these fucking stunning hotel rooms with jacuzzis on the roof and this beautiful view of the ocean, this bedroom downstairs, 2 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms, beautiful living room, 2 full patios. You're sitting there and you're thinking, holy fuck, this is beautiful. They bring you high class drinks. Then they start breaking down a fucking million numbers. For $150 a year, you can get access to this. $250 a year, you get access to this. And $100 access, you get the access to this. And how much does this cost? I had said to him, I said, I'm 27. I'm not retired. I'm not buying into some retirement plan thing where you get cheaper vacations. It doesn't make sense to me right now. I might want to buy a home or have kids someday. I do not know yet. I might want to travel to places that aren't Caribbean. And he's like, well, you didn't even hear the numbers yet. I'm like, okay, well, what's the numbers? He's like, it costs about $450 a month. Now, take into consideration, this covers all of your hotel stays. You could go every single week if you want. You only have to pay for your air travel. Let's say it costs $600 to get a round trip to Jamaica. So that's all you have to pay every time you come. You pay for your round trip. Your room is fully included because of your membership price. You get the full privilege, the nice booze, the nice rooms. You get all this fucking top shelf shit. Same within Dominican, same within Mexico, same within Italy or Spain. Kind of cool. If you are 50 or 60 years old, you want to spend $450 a month, and this fucking deal works for you and your friends. So all your friends want to go away for a week, you all fucking pay for this goddamn subscription. Like, you only pay for yours, take them all fucking pay for airfare, and you're done. Seems like a cool deal when you're fucking old and you need to put $400 away every single week for this thing. Now, let's say you go away 3 times a year, okay? So you're paying 4 times 12, you're paying $48,000 a year. $4,800 a year. My mistake. $4,800 a year. Am I losing my goddamn marbles? 480 times 12. I was nowhere near that. What the hell was I doing here? Oh, I did 400 times 12. That's 4,800. Yeah, that's right. So 480 times 12 is $5,760. So $5,760. This trip cost us just about $5,000. So if you went on more than one trip a year, this package is worth it. If you go to one of those places more than once a year, this package is worth it. I'm sitting there, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, this feels like a fucking scam though. What's this $100 a year here and $200 a week here? He's like, that's if you want that stuff. I'm like, okay, so what does this eliminate if I don't get this? He's like, well, you won't have a butler and stuff when you come. I'm like, oh, okay. What happens if I get rid of this? Oh, well, you just won't have access to like the cheaper sports tickets or the excursions when you come. I'm like, okay, that's not so bad. What about this one? Oh, you'll just get a junior suite. You won't get the nice room. I'm like, okay, so what does the $480 or $460 a month change? No. Okay. I want the nice room every time. How long have I been doing this? 38, 48, 58? I don't know. Going on some fucking tangents again, but I guess the moral of the story was life has been a fucking roller coaster for the past 4 years for everybody, with COVID and missing events and not being able to see your family, not being able to go to weddings, not being able to do the stuff that you want to do. What is someone pushing out there? Can you hear that? I don't know if you can hear this. It sounds like someone's moving a fucking cart of silverware down the fucking flight of stairs. Alright. Anyway, last 4 years, kicked the shit out of everyone. No travel, no seeing your friends, no going to funerals, no going to birthdays. Everyone just needs a fucking chance to reset, and this is what this did for us. It was just a time to sit down, think about what we've been through, think about how much we're in love. We are, don't worry, we thought about it long and hard. Think about what you want to do in your future. Does anyone right now think to themselves they don't know what they want to do with the rest of their lives? If you're that person who reads the life book, that book that just tells you what you're supposed to do, where it's like, buy a house, get married, have kids. Or get married, buy a house, have kids. Or have kids, buy a house, get married. Who the hell knows? But those typical three things of buy that house, have those kids, get married, or buy the house, get married, have those kids. It wasn't our goal. It wasn't. Our goal is success, our own personal success, not in like a celebrity, millionaire, everyone loves me, not that kind of way. Just in the way of like having the money we want to do the things we want to do and doing the things that we want to do for a living. I love podcasting. I love talking to people. I love understanding where they're on in their life, what they have to push for. And everyone I've interviewed is people who have the dream that I have, which is to do something that they truly love doing every day, all day, instead of sitting at a desk or on the road for work or being a police officer, a firefighter, an eye doctor, a gynecologist. I don't know. I don't know if you sit there and think to yourself, like, what else could I be doing? Could I be doing more? Or have that fear of moving away and trying something new. Every time you like listen to like a motivational quote, or you'll go to a place like this where people are just experiencing life and doing the shit they want to do, and everyone's just in that vacation mode. Don't you wish you could always be your vacation mode? Always be the chill, relaxed, excited, outgoing, like when there's blasting music, you're dancing. When you're at home, there's people around you that you might actually see again. You're just kind of timid and not yourself, or not who you want to be. Fuck them. Well, that's an entire Bob Marley in this episode. I'm excited for the rest of this podcast. Every single week an episode will be released. 1 week will be Fresh Thoughts from the Harts with me and my wife Kristen Hart. And the other week will obviously be this one, the Heart to Heart podcast with me and guests. Honestly, if you're listening to this and you have people that you want to hear on the podcast, don't send me Michael Jordan. Don't send me LeBron James. Don't send me Justin Bieber or The Rock or Kevin Hart, or because I don't think they're jumping on this thing yet. Always say yet. There's always a chance. Kevin Hart, Gregory Hart, sounds like a pretty sweet fucking podcast. But do send me guests, especially if there's someone that's local that you know of that would have a good story. If you have been through some fucking bullshit in your life and you got a story to tell, or something fucking wild, like you've been attacked by a crackhead that was only had one leg, or you killed your brother or something when you were young, just wild shit, just fucking reach out. I want to hear your stories. I want to hear what you got going on in your life. I also want to hear from the dreamers, the people who have a dream, or the people that are 50 years old right now that had a dream, they didn't, and they regret the fuck out of it. Talk to me. Reach out to me. Tell me I should have fucking went after it. Life's too goddamn short, and by the time I got to 50, I regret what I did. Am I glad that I have great retirement? Sure. But can I still do the stuff I wanted to do? No. I'm out of time. Life's got to be hella depressing when you get to the final leg and you don't know when the fucking final leg is. You could be on the final leg right fucking now. But let's say we all happen to make it to 80. And you're now 65. You have 15 years left. And you had that goal to be a marathon runner or a stand-up comedian, or you could probably still do stand-up. You should try. I think it'd be fucking hilarious, especially when you don't give a fuck and you're ready to leave this goddamn planet and you can just talk some wild shit, especially as some pasty old racist white man. Someone get this man off the stage. But go after your dreams. Do it anyway. Fuck them. But you're going to be fucking sitting there at 65 years old, 70 years old, 75 years old. Let's just say your time frame ends at 80. And you're going to be like, I fucking would trade all the money I saved, all the retirement funds I did, all the houses I bought, all the bullshit I did for fucking 4 years of just attempting to go after what I fucking wanted to do. At least give it a fucking try. If I try this for 5 years and haven't made a fucking cent, which I've already started to make a little bit of money on it, if I can't fucking turn it into a full-time thing, I'm still going to do it as a fucking side joke. It's fun to do. I enjoy doing it. But I'm going to try and crush the fucking shit out of it. But if I try to do anything else, like become a stand-up comic, and I'm just fucking absolute trash, I'll obviously try it for years to try and get better and work on it. But if it's not fucking working and I'm still some fucking open micer who can't make anyone laugh and they're just upset and angry and want to leave, at least when I'm fucking 60 years old and I'm sitting there on my chair talking to some fucking brat that my kid have, if I have kids, about how I grew up, I'll say I fucking went after my dreams. I have no regrets. I gave it an honest fucking effort. I made good money, took care of my family, and I fucking traveled like a motherfucker. Okay? Don't fucking regret this life. I know what I do. I need to stop swearing though. Don't regret this life. I'm 27. Right now, do I have regrets? Minorly, but I'm still young enough to fucking figure it out. Everyone's always like, I got no regrets. No regrets. This thing took me here and did me this and we did that and yeah, whatever. There's certain things that you would have changed or tried harder for or done better at. I wish I tried harder in sports when I was a kid. Would I be in the NHL? Probably fucking not. Would I be a Major League Baseball player? Probably. I was fucking sick at like the age of 16. Nah. I was probably sick at like the age of 10 and then I turned into a real bitch. But there's probably enough time for today. That is probably all. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Please do not forget to rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes. Click that little subscribe button. Really, you can't deal with seeing a little pop-up of an episode every 2 weeks? Come on. Shoot the subscribe button. Helps me more than it'll ever help you. Shoot a comment down there. Let me know what you guys like about these episodes. Let me know what you fucking hate, because I love to know what I need to work on to make things more enjoyable for you. No, truly though, I do. And don't forget to share it, okay? You share, if there is 6,000 people watching right now, and you all share it to one person, and only half those fucking people watched it, that still puts me to 9,000 people watching this podcast after one episode. So please, hear me out, give me a shot, let's keep fucking moving, and send me what you would like improved about this podcast. Thanks for your time, have a decent day, and go after your fucking dreams. Peace.